Welcome to the show, friends. It's your oddly shaped pals that make the human number 10 when we stand next to each other. I am Mikey. That is my best friend since Little League Baseball over there who makes the number 0. Hi. That would be Bob. Bob, let's get right into the Steelers content. I don't want to wait. This city is on fire for some Steelers playoff football. Here we go.
Hey guys, today's podcast, do we have special gear for the playoffs?
Yeah, we were asking that on yesterday's show. Do people, like, I know there are some people, but we want to know about, like, what you do special for the playoffs. Like, do you sit in one seat for the regular season and then move to another couch cushion for the playoffs? Do you have a special terrible towel
special
for the
jersey
playoffs?
Comes out?
Yeah.
For Yinzers and it's Pittsburgh, all diehard Steeler fans have special gear for the playoffs down to the underwear. And when they win, guess what you're wearing next week?
Whoa, I don't know if we back-to-back weeks with lucky Steelers playoff underwear. I don't know about
We
that.
washing those or
No,
what?
that seems aggressive. Unwashed underwear? Yeah, you gotta wash it, right?
Do those underwear sit in a special, like, container all year just waiting for the playoffs?
It's like the back of the underwear drawer. You gotta dig back there for the playoffs. Be like, here you are.
These ones got black and gold streaks in them.
The same damn thing. Don't let your uncles find out you ain't got it on.
Uncles.
Here we go, baby.
Uncles.
Steelers.
Wait a minute.
Love you guys.
Are Yinzer uncles doing underwear check-ins? You got them out.
I got my white briefs on, okay?
Your weird uncle.
What you got?
Your weird uncle comes through the door and just like, underwear check. Show me a red. You're like making you pull. Let me see the band. Let me see the band. All right. It's Mikey and Bob, the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Bob, love to hear from listeners that our show turned their day around. You know, made them smile, made them laugh at a point of their day or their week where they really weren't in the mood to smile and laugh. So we got this message. It was somebody's birthday yesterday. They were listening to the show.
Hi, boys. So, listening to the podcast today, and I'm not going to lie, definitely kind of pepped up my day. Today was my birthday, and everything you could possibly think that could go wrong went wrong today.
Oh, no.
So, hands down, worst birthday ever, but thank you guys for giving me the laugh. I definitely needed to.
All right.
It was much appreciated.
Well, sorry you had worst birthday ever. Do you remember a bad birthday, Bob? Have you ever had like do you have a worst or best birthday ever? Like, do you remember one of the two? Like, what's your worst or best birthday ever?
I'm a New Year's baby, so there aren't many bad birthdays
That's true.
That even nothing actually.
It's always New Year's Eve. It's always a party. It's always a good time. Feel good vibes.
Best birthday ever when I turned 18 and we had everybody over my house.
That was awesome, man. Senior year of high school. We were seniors in high school. Your parents just said,
My parents just let me do it up.
invite everybody over.
Yeah.
You had like a group of like 30 kids at your house, and your house was not big enough to have 30 kids partying in.
No, not at all.
That was awesome. That was a good birthday, man. Wow, your birthday's peaked at 18, huh?
Yeah, I did. I really did.
My best birthday was when I was 30. When I turned 30 and we went to Station Square, Sally Wiggin was there,
that was a good
legendary from WTAE. All I remember is just drunk as hell at Zen, bothering the hell out of then Steelers offensive lineman Max Starks.
Yes.
And, Max Starks is now part of the Steelers broadcast. I just remember bothering him.
I think we were all drinking at the bar, just singing out loud.
We were. Yeah, we were just singing at the bar with Max Starks and the three of us. And DJ Bonics, our good friend, whose birthday is the day after mine. He was there too. I would say that was my best birthday, maybe 30.
That was a good night.
And when you were 18, yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if I've had a bad birthday though. So good for us. We have avoided what she got into yesterday.
It can always get worse, by the way. You can always crap your pants. Like, that's a good way to look at everything.
Did you poop your pants yesterday? No, you didn't? Okay. Then it wasn't worst birthday ever because you could have had bad stuff happen to you and also filled your pants for your birthday.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
Okay, hold on. Everyone went to school with a kid that could burp like that.
You're right.
Every one of us did.
Stream the Mikey and Bob Podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. There were some coaching changes yesterday. Pete Carroll is no longer going to be the head coach up in Seattle for the Seahawks. It's going to move up to the front office, so they're looking for a new coach too. And Alabama coach Nick Saban is retiring after winning 7 national titles. That was a shock to a lot of people yesterday, but
there's a lot of coaching jobs open.
Yeah, which means Coach Tomlin's probably not going anywhere unless he wants to do what Nick Saban did and just step away.
There's almost no chance the Steelers let him walk anywhere. No way.
Yeah, there's a lot of NFL coaching jobs being open now. Steelers, of course, will travel to Buffalo. By the way, did you see the weather for Buffalo? Like 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts during the game.
Snow flurries.
Listen, I don't think there's a lot of people that think the Steelers are going to pull this off, and they might not. They're like 10-point underdogs. But let me just tell you, a defense that can cause turnovers in a run game, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
With 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts, I don't know if Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, is going to be throwing like bombs to the wide receiver Stephon Diggs in this game if there's 40 to 50 mile an hour winds.
Our running game past couple weeks. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. That's kind of football that travels in January. Here was Cam Hayward yesterday talking about being 10-point underdogs.
We don't really care about 10-point underdogs. That's for Vegas and all the other naysayers out there. We're excited to be in this opportunity. We understand that the 10-point underdog doesn't decide the game. It's in between the lines, and it's a team that executes, it's a team that wins the turnover battle, it's a team that wins the rushing battle. Those are the things that matter. The 10-point underdog is just a whole lot of nonsense to us.
It is. It's a whole lot of nonsense, but the Steelers are big underdogs going into the game in Buffalo because Buffalo's hot team right now. They have a home game. Bills Mafia is going to be jumping through tables, probably lighting themselves on fire out in the parking lot. Here is Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph talking about being a 10-point underdog.
I didn't even know we were, but they're a great team, and I guess we're playing on the road, but I don't pay attention to the spread. I'm not a gambler, but we know we got a lot of confidence in ourselves.
You know what? I'm starting to like this guy. Just his demeanor and just, I don't know. I'm not a gambler. I'm not a gambler. I don't know, man. I didn't think I would ever get to the point in my life where I would be tickled by Mason Rudolph. But here we are. Steelers, of course, at Buffalo on Sunday. We want to try to pay your bills this morning. Got a chance for you to win $1,000 around 9:10. Stick around for that. It's Mikey and Bob.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. It's going to be one of those meh days again. Highs in the 40s, but cloudy with some snow flurries. I think today and tomorrow in the 40s, and then the bottom drops out. Like, I'm talking down in the 30s and down in the 20s. I just looked for the forecast in Hawaii, though, Bob, and it's just upper 70s for like the next 10 days.
Oh, wow.
I bring that up because we have, I believe, at least one listener in Hawaii. Let's hear from Jess in Hawaii. Left us a message through the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Mikey and Big Bob. It's Jess from Hawaii. When you mentioned the fact that a 7 seed has never gone into the playoffs and actually moved on, excuse me.
Yeah, I said on yesterday's show, there's never been a 7 seed that's actually won a playoff game before.
Weren't we the first 6 seed to go on the road and actually go to the Super Bowl and win?
Yeah, the Steelers won a Super Bowl from the 6th seed. 6 and 7 are different numbers.
I still lived in Pittsburgh at the time, and I remember I could hear screaming up and down the street. It was week after week of screaming and happy. Have a good day.
Yeah, no, the Steelers did win the Super Bowl from the last possible seed that time, the 6th seed. But the playoff format has changed, so it's only been recently that there's been a 7th seed. So no, a 7th seed has never advanced, I don't think, right? I don't think they've ever won a game before. So that'll be interesting if the Steelers can pull it off.
Hey, they got to win.
Oh, man, I don't know. I feel
She's right. Week after week, it just keeps getting better.
I feel something special. And you know what? If the Steelers lose, it's been a fun week, man. You know what? It's been a fun week. We got a bonus week of Steelers.
We did.
Isn't that awesome? All right, let's get to another message here.
Hey, McDonald's, Mikey, and Burger King Bob.
All right, McDonald's, Mikey, Burger King, Bob. Solid nicknames there.
Let's go Mason Rudolph.
All right, let's go Mason Rudolph.
So I'm a 7th grader now, but in 2nd grade we had to write a book all about Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And we had to write our favorite Steelers football player in that book.
Okay, 2nd grade. Who's your favorite Steeler?
So my 2nd grade self picked Mason Rudolph.
Bold choice.
Wow.
Bold choice. So this is like 5 years ago in 2nd grade? This 7th grader's picking Mason back then, man.
They knew.
And looking back on that,
Yeah.
I was the smartest 2nd grader in my grade.
You know what? Yeah, good for you. You made the call. You knew.
Look at you now.
You knew that 5 years down the road,
You did it.
A 7th grader, the man who got his helmet ripped off his own head and beat with it, would be the guy that would lead us into the playoffs. Don't let us in with the hot Rudolph. Don't let us in.
We're in.
96.1 Kiss.
It is Mikey, it is Bob, the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Want to try to pay your bills? You can win $1,000 this morning. Coming up around 9:10, we'll give you that nationwide keyword to enter on our website, 961kiss.com. Your chance at $1,000 around 9:10. Now, you can send us messages anytime through the free iHeartRadio app. Just click the talkback microphone. Let's get to this message.
Oh, Mama, I'm in fear for my life from the long arm of the law.
Yeah, Renegade, yeah.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Wait a minute.
Because of Rudolph's arm. It is getting so hot. We're going to win the big game.
Hey, what's that?
They let us in with a hot Rudolph.
They did. They let us in with a hot Rudolph. What just happened there? It went from Renegade to
That flipped up real quick.
a Nelly Hot Year remix that had to do with Mason Rudolph, and then just at the very end,
They let us in with a hot Rudolph.
they did. We're in. I don't know how far we're going to get. We might win the Super Bowl. We might lose by 30 in Buffalo, but they let us in with a hot Rudolph. That was kind of weird, right? But
I love that they were singing quietly too.
Yeah,
Not to disturb or wake anybody else up or whatever was happening.
That's definitely an early morning talkback message there. You don't want to wake anybody else up. All right, it is right around 7 o'clock. Time for us to take you back to a moment in the show that made us laugh, made us smile. It is time for Today in Freak Show history. And there's always people getting naked, getting arrested, making the news, and making our show. It is Naked for Donuts for Today in Freak Show history.
Today in Freak Show history. Today in Freak Show history.
We got a man who's getting naked at Dunkin', oh yeah. Do you like donuts that much? Officers were called around 1:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, my afternoon.
To a Hanover, Maryland Dunkin' where a man ordered a large coffee and 2 jelly donuts before getting completely naked while screaming and touching himself. Wow. Jelly donuts should not do that to you.
We can't blame the jelly donuts for that. It's not the jelly donuts' fault. I know they're good. They're not that good.
There has to be a number of donuts that you would get naked for. There has to be. For all of us. We all have a price, okay? It's not 2 jelly donuts,
Not
though,
2.
and a large coffee. That's not going to get me naked. If you give me, like, some sort of Dunkin' Platinum card or Dunkin' Black card to where you have unlimited Dunkin' for the rest of your life, I'll pop a butt cheek out for you, you know? Everybody's got a price, man.
I think he was showing a little more in the cheek.
I know. Police said the man fought with several officers who tried to subdue him. Again, he is naked at a Dunkin' in Maryland. Police said the man spit in one of the officer's eyes. Oh, you can't do that
jelly.
Naked guy at Dunkin'. The man was taken to a local hospital where police said he broke the IV pole off the hospital bed.
This guy is on one.
And tried to lock the room.
Wow.
Again, this is a guy who got naked at a Dunkin' in Maryland. He is now in the hospital, but he has broke the IV off. An officer and security guards entered the hospital room, at which point the man got up from the bed and started wielding the IV pole as if it were a sword. Wow, this is escalated from naked guy at Dunkin'. Now he is doing hospital jousting.
A little sword fighting.
Yes. Can't confirm if there was sword fighting happening at the Dunkin'.
This is going to be a second match of the day.
But got to defend the title at the hospital? You're already sword fighting at Dunkin'. And congratulations, you won. But now you got to go to the hospital and defend your Police said that the officer deployed his taser on the man, who was then secured. He's, of course, being hit with multiple charges after all that happened. It is a naked person making the show once again. Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. White Claw has announced a new White Claw 0% alcohol. So basically, it's like just seltzer water, right?
Yeah, no booze.
Okay, so White Claw with no alcohol. We will read the Facebook comments about that. And if you know from listening to our show in the past, there is something special about when you start going into White Claw Facebook comments.
Yep.
We will get to that around 7:55 here on the Kiss Morning Freak Show. We have been talking about this week on the show, are there special things you do as a Steeler fan for the playoffs that you don't do in the regular season? Like, wear the same underwear or bring out a certain Steeler jersey. So earlier we got this message.
All diehard Steeler fans have special gear for the playoffs down to the underwear.
Yep.
And when they win, guess what you're wearing next week? The same damn thing. Don't let your uncles find out you ain't got it on.
All right. Now, I do not have an underwear uncle. Do you have an underwear uncle, Bob, that would be like weird like that?
My uncle's never looked at my underwear.
I think maybe we are Pittsburgh's weird underwear uncles, you know?
Are we responsible for underwear checks?
Yeah, I think we would be. If it was a real thing, like if Mayor Gainey said, "All right,
set up a checkpoint.
We're doing like a DUI checkpoint for like before the game, like an hour before the game, just going around like, all right, why aren't you home right now? Why aren't you about to watch a Steeler game? And by the way, let me see, underwear check. Those your lucky underwear? All right,
let me see them. Prove it.
I don't know why we're doing underwear checks with Mayor Gainey right now. That got a little weird, but let's get to this next message here.
Hi, Mikey and Big Bob. My name's Paula, and I just wanted to tell you about the 2 original terrible towels that I have.
Oh, boy. Paula's got 2 OG terrible towels.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, Paula.
That when they first came out, my grandmother got a black one and a gold one.
Oh, Granny. Oh,
Gran's got them.
Passed down through generations. Terrible towel.
And she used to keep them on top of her television.
Oh.
You know, the big console TVs.
Hell yeah.
Every season, and I hold those back and I pull them out for the playoffs.
Listen. Oh, Steelers. Listen. Everybody's done it before, right? You put the towel, because you're going to be watching the game on the TV.
Yeah.
So you put the towel on the, like, I'm talking about, like, maybe when we used to have, like, a bigger TVs, right?
A TV stand or something.
Yeah, like you put the towel on the TV and then you put, like, a candle or something on the towel so it holds the towel in place. Or if you have, like, a Steeler bobblehead, you put the Steeler bobblehead on the towel.
Only
so the
for
towel
playoffs,
stays
though.
in play. Only playoffs.
Graham's, her towels only come out for the playoffs.
Like, I'm telling you, man, there's a special spot in the house for Graham's OG terrible towels, too. And it only comes out during a Steelers playoff run, which we are currently in. And you know what? We obviously we do a lot of Steelers content when they get to the playoffs like this and everything's excited. We have gotten a lot of like feet, and we shouldn't read the comment section, but a lot of people with our Steelers content are like, yeah, but they're gonna get not. It does not matter. We are playing with house money. This week has been fun.
Yep.
If they lose by 30 in Buffalo, cool. We got a bonus week of Steeler football, and there is just something exciting and electric with this damn city when the Steelers are in the playoffs. Even when they sneak in with a 7th seed and no one is giving them any chance to do anything at all.
Hell yeah, it's electric. Granny's towels are coming out.
What do you think? You think we're supposed to be calmed down now? No! Granny's towels are out and your weird uncle wants to see your underwear.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
Get him back. It's Mikey, it's Bob, the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Cloudy out there today with some snow flurries, highs around 40 degrees. All right, Bob, I think I need the Top Gun music here because Mason Rudolph is our Maverick right now. We are being led into the playoffs by Mason Rudolph. Did not expect us to be here at this point of the season, but here we are. So Mason Rudolph was speaking to the media yesterday, and he was asked, hey, Mason, are you still having fun out there?
I mean, it's exciting, and but absolutely, is it still fun? Yes. Last week, Saturday was a lot of fun. Even though it was a monsoon, it was just fun to battle through those conditions and come out with a victory. And we're gonna we're gonna try to put a plan together that creates the same result this week. So yes,
that's our quarterback right now. It's our quarterback. Mason Rudolph was also asked, hey, what does it mean for you going in the playoffs to be the guy right now? So many years where you weren't the guy, you're the guy right now.
I'm
all right.
Very excited, very grateful for the opportunity that I was given a few weeks back. And
listen, man, he's never been in this position before.
He's never been the guy,
He's never been asked, how does it feel to be the guy? He's never been the guy.
It's a playoff game. There's a little bit,
spicy.
Quite a bit more hoopla, I guess.
Oh, man, he said hoopla.
Hoopla.
Who still says hoopla?
Hoopla.
Mason Rudolph still says hoopla because he's leading us in to the playoff hoopla. Hoopla. You know who's ready for hoopla? Mason Rudolph. Oh, Bill's Mafia's out in the parking lot throwing each other through tables. I gotta be honest, that's completely awesome. That fan base absolutely rules. But Mason Rudolph's not here for you, hoopla, Buffalo. Mason Rudolph got asked about the weather. It is going to be cold. It's going to be wet. It's going to be, who knows, snow flurries. But it is going to be windy in Buffalo, too. Is Mason Rudolph ready for the conditions in Buffalo?
Yeah, I think each and every rep in a wet condition like it was today.
Yeah.
Cold, wet. It just
cold, wet
hardens you for the game conditions.
Wait a minute.
But like I said, we've had plenty of those.
Yep.
I've had plenty of those.
Hardens you.
In the last 6 years of being in this cold town.
It doesn't sound like he even likes Pittsburgh. It sounds like this city's beating him down. I've had plenty of reps in this cold town. But did you hear that, though? He's ready for the cold, the wet, the wind. Why? It hardens him. That's right. We are going into Buffalo with a hard Rudolph. A hot, hard Rudolph. He's playing hot football, and he is hardened for the condition. It is the most dangerous Mason Rudolph anyone has ever seen. It is a hot, hard Rudolph going to Buffalo on Sunday. Oh, man. Here we go. It's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show, Mikey and Bob. We have another chance for you to try to win $1,000 coming up this morning around 9:10, a chance for us to pay your bills, so stick around for that. Now, earlier in the show, Bob, we were mentioning that legendary college football coach, Alabama head coach Nick Saban, is retiring after winning 7 national titles. The news that is just breaking this morning from Adam Schefter from ESPN, Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots are expected to part ways today after a remarkable 24 seasons together, ending an unmatched run in NFL history that included 6 Super Bowl titles. That is from Adam Schefter at ESPN. So you have Nick Saban leaving Alabama, and you have Bill Belichick now this morning, the breaking news that Bill Belichick is no longer going to be the coach in New England. Adam Schefter also putting out here, Bill Belichick will leave New England 15 wins shy of breaking Don Shula's NFL record of 347 wins as a head coach. So wait, is Bill Belichick just going to go coach some other place now? Because
I would think, right?
You can't just leave 15 shy.
15 on the table.
He gets, he might be 2 years away from being the all-time winningest coach. I don't know if you just leave that, or is Bill Belichick the kind of guy who loves football so much and respects the game and the history where he's just like, I don't want to be the number 1 all-time. Don Shula can he can keep that. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
ESPN or some media company offer him way more money than he would make coaching at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Less work and less stress and, everything else.
And I thought I would be happy the day but they stink now. Like, the Patriots stink now. Like, I haven't really thought about the Patriots as being a bad threat to, like, the Steelers in a while, right?
Yeah.
But, man, that dude is he's like Emperor Palpatine to us here in Pittsburgh. It's like finding out that Emperor Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine is that one over your head there, that Star Wars reference? It's the old guy that basically made Darth Vader. Yeah, okay, the guy that can shoot lightning out of his... I feel like Bill Belichick can shoot lightning out of his hands if he wants to, right?
Shoot lightning?
Yeah, like the tips of his fingers, ha! Ha! I feel like he can, right?
Belichick? He shot us all with lightning for many years.
Oh, man, that dude is just... I feel like we all have trauma from Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about, well, if Coach Tomlin... we would have had all these other... Man, if not for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, Steelers would have had maybe another Super Bowl or two in there, but glad it's over. I'm just glad Tom Brady's out of here.
I'm glad they're both gone.
Glad Bill Belichick's out of here.
Sad.
Yeah.
Glad he's gone.
So Bill Belichick, it appears today will be the day that he parts ways with the New England Patriots. So that's obviously big news in the NFL. All right, coming up next on the show, White Claw announced they are going to have a non-alcoholic version of White Claws. Okay, no big deal, right? If everybody's drinking claws, but you don't drink, or maybe there's a reason why you can't drink.
You want the same looking White Claw can? It's basically just seltzer in the can now?
Yeah, non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
We will read the Facebook comment section from the White Claw announcement coming up around 7:55. Stick around for that next. It's Mikey and Bob.
Pay your bill.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 KISS Morning Free Show. Want to try to pay your bills this morning? You could win $1,000 this morning. Be listening around 9:10 for your chance at that. White Claws are offering now a zero alcohol option. White Claws, hard seltzers, obviously hugely popular over the past few years, are now coming out with a White Claw 0% alcohol. It's designed, though, to taste like it still has alcohol in it. White Claw says alcohol gives hard seltzers their distinct taste and flavor, and claims that the new offering will bring the same taste that White Claw drinkers have come to love and expect.
So it tastes like Claws, just without the booze.
Yeah, White Claw says it's not a lesser version of anything, it's more, because each can has 2 grams of sugar, 15 calories, as well as hydrating electrolytes. White Claw Zero Alcohol is out at some point this year, and it's, it'll be different for each market. It's going to be in some places this week, but yes, White Claws with no alcohol in it. And then we read the White Claw Facebook comment section. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
Going to a very deep, dark place on the internet. Yep. It's time for 96.1 KISS Facebook comments.
These are Facebook comments after White Claw announces a White Claw Zero Alcohol drink. Hannah S. So flavored sparkling water then? Yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Kinda, yeah.
Karen D. They started calling me the White Claw Cougar at the pool club this past year because I drank them claws every day. White Claw Cougar, dude.
Karen is unstoppable at the pool club.
Karen had herself a summer. Brian J., thank you for getting rid of the 24-ounce cans White Claws. Oh, did they? I didn't know they did. My wife and her neighborhood mom group were on an absolute terror and were absolute menaces after a few of those every weekend. Age of T here. This summer I will be following all laws by drinking these Light Claws. All right, so she's thinking if I just mix one of these non-alcoholic ones in here,
just mix it in.
I would
balance it out.
All right, one zero alcohol one for every 3 alcoholic claws you have, and then you're obeying all laws while you're drinking the claws.
They should have really called them Light Claws. Like Light Claws would
right there. Light Claws would have been good too. And then the marketing campaign should be mix 1 for every 3 regular ones, and you'll get the hydration you need.
Find your balance.
Yeah, find the balance. All right, again, these are the Facebook comments as White Claw announces a zero alcohol drink. Taylor L., it's a big no for me. The seltzers give me gas. All right, Taylor.
Thanks for sharing, I guess.
Yeah. Justin B., all the bad taste without the hangover. Great. Cam M. just got home from White Claw wasted Wednesday happy hour. All right. Couldn't even type out claw there. Claw started for her. Claw started with a Q.
Oh.
Like, claw.
She tried.
Shelton H. Someone let me know when they start making healthy Four Loko. Nah, never going to happen, Sheldon.
Careful what you ask for.
No, never going to happen. Four Loko is not going to do that. No, we don't need to be drinking any zero alcohol Four Loko. We've already tamed the Four Loko down as much as it's going to be tamed. And one more here. Again, these are Facebook comments about White Claw coming out with a White Claw zero alcohol. Sharon S. Seltzers taste like TV static. And last time I drank Claws, I ended up peeing in the neighbor's bushes.
People dream high in the quiet of the night. You know that I caught it.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. The big news in the NFL this morning is Bill Belichick is going to be out as Patriots head coach. Adam Schefter from ESPN putting out Bill Belichick and Patriots owner Robert Kraft will have a press conference at noon today. So after an incredible run that broke our hearts in Pittsburgh many of times with him and Tom Brady, Emperor Belichick's run in New England appears to be over. I'm still scared, though. Like, if that dude pops up in another AFC team, I'm instantly scared. Like, if you tell me he's going to coach San Diego, I'm like, crap, man.
You're right.
Crap. Like, I'm scared. He needs to go away from coaching. But why? Because he scares me when he's in the NFL.
Good quarterback out in San Diego, too.
Scares me.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's get to the Steelers, though. Obviously, Steelers have a huge game because they're still in the tournament. The Steelers sneak into the playoffs with the 7th seed. And here was Cam Hayward yesterday just talking about being in the playoffs.
I relish these opportunities because we're in the playoffs. You know, young or old, you should always relish these opportunities. You know, last week I was asked if it was going to be my last game. My concern is playing now and playing beyond this season. I appreciate the question, but, you know, I'm focused on this season and seasons after.
Cam, nobody asked you the question here. That was from another interview that you decided to tell everybody. Somebody asked me if I was retiring.
That was Cam just saying, like, I'm tired of people asking me if I'm retired. I'm old. I ain't that damn old. Yeah. I'm playing this week and I'm playing next year. Let's go.
I didn't even think about it. Here's Cam just saying, hey, fresh start for everybody.
Everybody starts with a 0-0 record.
Hell yeah. Like, right? Like,
hell yeah.
Right? Everybody's 0-0.
Doesn't matter.
What can happen
fresh
now?
Start.
Anything can happen.
You know, all you want to do is qualify for the playoffs, and then all bets are off. And I think for the group, we've made mistakes throughout the year, but you know, for us, it's just winning one game at a time. Right now, your record doesn't speak for itself anymore. It only speaks for you know, when you're setting up a tournament.
Oh man, I'm building myself up.
Let it happen.
I can't.
Let it happen. Yeah, it's good.
They're going to break my heart.
No, they're not.
You got to let it happen, right? You got to live in the moment.
You got to believe.
You don't make the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We know that. I think we took playoff runs for granted. We have not had a horribly bad football team in Pittsburgh in a long, long time, right? In a long, long time. This is fun. They might lose by 30 points. They might win the Super Bowl.
You know what else is fun?
That's why we watch this, though.
They got hot at the right time, too.
That's it,
They heated up at that end of the season.
Oh, man, that's it. You know what?
Started scoring like 30 points a game.
When Cam's saying everybody's 0-0, everybody's starting fresh, no losing record, no winning record, he's absolutely right. It's a whole new season now. And, man, when you look at teams that win the Super Bowl that aren't necessarily, or make it to the Super Bowl that's not like a 1 seed with home field like Baltimore and San Francisco have, it's just, well, the team got hot at the right time.
For real.
We're kind of that team.
We're pretty damn hot.
The only bad part is the other team's Buffalo. So we have to play Buffalo, which might be the other hottest team currently in the AFC. Because other teams like the Chiefs and the Dolphins that were hot at one point of the season it feels like they're sort of, you know, coming down, dealing with a lot of stuff when, you know, teams like the Steelers and the Bills are hot right now. Here is Cam He was asked what makes him believe that this current team, the team that he's on, can make a run here.
We got depth. We got a lot of hungry dudes that are just, relishing this opportunity. We can create turnovers.
Oh, man, hell yeah.
And we're excited for this moment.
Oh, he's got depth. Hungry dudes ready to eat. Oh, man, depth. They can create turnovers. And hungry dudes, man. Oh, hungry dudes and a hot Rudolph. They might break our hearts, but either way, this week with bonus football has been fun.
Yeah.
But, man, if they can get through Buffalo and we can get a week of Steelers-Ravens hype.
Here we go.
Oh, man. Here we go. All right, so it'll be Steelers at Bills coming up on Sunday. That's the 1 p.m. game. We'll have the early game on Sunday, which means whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter because Monday morning on our show, Steelers Facebook comment.
96.1 Kiss. The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
My friend's cousin. That person is a made-up person. Does not exist. Any statement that starts with my friend's cousin is absolutely going to be a lie.
Stream the Mikey and Bob Podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's 'cause I used to be young.
It's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Mikey and Bob, as always, you can stream the show live on the free iHeartRadio app, 6 to 10 a.m. And if you miss any of the show, because we all have stuff to do in the morning, you're going to work or something, you might miss some segments of the show. You can always get caught up with the Mikey and Bob Podcast so you don't miss anything on the free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. All right, let's get something here.
We're all going to learn something together right now. It's time to find out. Why the hell is this trending with Mikey and Bob?
Yeah, a lot of things with Nick Saban and Bill Belichick are trending because both of those legendary coaches have announced their retirements or moving on from Alabama and New England Patriots, respectively. Also moving on, Selena Gomez, moving on from social media, at least for a little while. She is taking a break from social media. She posted on her Instagram story that she's focusing on what really matters, and that is her producer boyfriend, Benny Blanco. She said she'll be off social media for a while. She took a break back in October, too.
Pretty much all that Golden Globes lip reading stuff happened, and she probably saw that, and she's like, I'm good. I'm out.
Yeah,
I don't need this in my life.
She probably, says something to Taylor Swift at the Golden Globes. It gets taken out of context or out of proportion or out of purport or what word am I looking for there? You know what I'm looking
out of context was fine.
It was out of I don't know. It gets taken out of context. And then she's just like, okay, I'm not saying that I was going to take a picture with Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner said no, and that's what the internet said. And then she said, no, I was talking about two people.
She's like, I'm good. I don't need this in my life.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's on Only Murders in the Building. She's dating Benny Blanco now. She's doing fine. She's hanging with Taylor. Emily Blunt and Emily Blunt. Did I just call her Emily Blunt? Blunt?
You get a butt?
I think I butted her there. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. I guess I didn't even know there were divorce rumors, but they shot those down. A source close to them assured there are no issues, and they're absolutely not talking about divorce. That's good. Shoot down the divorce rumors that I didn't even hear about.
No clue.
True love is real. Pete Davidson reveals that he was high on ketamine at Aretha Franklin's funeral.
What?
He said in his new Netflix comedy special called Turbo Fonzarelli that he was high on ketamine for Aretha Franklin's funeral. Your next obvious question was, why was Pete Davidson at Aretha Franklin's funeral? She passed in 2018.
Yeah.
He was dating Ariana Grande, who did a tribute cover for Aretha Franklin of You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Pete Davidson was high on ketamine at Aretha Franklin's funeral. Beyonce will perform a tribute to Tina Turner at the Grammys this year. The Grammys are February 4th.
Pay your bills on 96.1 Kiss.
It's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Mikey and Bob. We know what happens when the Steelers get in the playoffs. This city gets electric. We all get drunk off Steeler football, and we all believe that there is a path somehow. I don't know, running game, defense that can make turnovers, and we got a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over. That sounds like recipe for Stairway to 7 right there.
Hell yeah.
Or they could lose by 3 touchdowns in Buffalo, but that's why we watch. But we get a new version of the Here We Go song from Roger Wood, right? But also, we have a new video from Dick'n Sauce and Binley Hardware on X or Twitter, whatever. They've done this for a few years. Just do these Steeler videos. I wouldn't really call them. They're kind of hype videos, but damn, are they funny, man? Some of the lines in this video. So again, you can look them up on X. Dick'n Sauce and Binley Hardware, just two hilarious guys, man. And so let me just get to this.
The Steelers weaseled their way into the playoffs like Billy Zane getting on that lifeboat in Titanic.
I have a child. Please, I have a child.
We got nothing to lose.
You might want to give your OBGYN a call, because Mason and the boys are getting set to deliver a win.
Yeah.
These are modern-day gladiators. And you're just a guy who put an air tag on his neighbor's car.
Just to see what he's up to.
You might want to take a sick day, because in the playoffs, sometimes you got to take the day off to J off.
Win or go home.
It's just that simple. Win, and you'll be paid, laid, and bidet with a glass of marmalade. Lose,
and go home. Go home and deal with the unbearable weight of your own existence.
Yeah.
Buffalo, huh?
Buffalo.
Wingdings.
Yep.
Snow.
Yeah.
Hey, here's an idea. Shut the up.
So dominate the line of scrimmage and hide a trail cam in your work bathroom.
Because come Sunday, the tape don't lie.
Yeah.
Go Steelers.
Like, seriously, go Steelers.
Wonderful job there by Dick'n Sauce and Binley Hardware on Twitter. If you want to see that video, you can find them on Instagram, too. They're just absolutely hilarious. I love it. These are modern-day gladiators. And you put an air tag on your neighbor's car just to see what he was up to. All right, we got a chance to pay your bills. You could win $1,000 this morning coming up around 9:10. We'll give you that keyword to enter on our website, 961kiss.com. That's coming up around 9:10. Coming up around 8:55, we will check in with the latest updates from the Pittsburgh police scanner account. I believe two people were throwing shovels at each other on the south side. We'll get to that around 8:55. It's Mikey and Bob.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
No, it was last night.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. We got a chance for you to try to win $1,000. Pay your bills. We'll give you a nationwide keyword coming up in about 10-15 minutes. Enter it on our website, and you have just as good a chance as anybody else to try to win $1,000. So that is coming up next on the show. Let's get to this request.
Hey, guys. Could we get the Here We Go song from Roger Wood with the one guy, Mr. Sir, or whatever it was, like over top instead of the regular Here We Go? Like, there we go.
All right, now I need to bring everybody into this because this was down in Texas. I can't even remember what TikTok account this was or where this was in Texas, but there was a guy who would walk around this neighborhood, and he was wearing a shirt and his underwear. And this was down in Texas.
He's definitely the guy in that neighborhood that everybody knows that guy, you know?
And for some reason, he was singing sort of about the Steelers, like, here we go, here we go.
She plays the Pittsburgh Steelers. She wants no Bowling Green. Oh, yeah. She wants something else. Here we go. Here we go.
Wait, I can't even explain this clip. It's just some guy in Texas, like, walking down a street in the neighborhood. Somebody's recording is just,
here we go. She plays the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right? So then there's that clip. Now, let's get to Scuzzle87 on TikTok, who has already done the edit that's being requested.
Here we go. Here we go.
A little clunky, but I think it works. I think it works. I think it works. Here we go.
Here we go. She plays for Pittsburgh Steelers.
There we go. Now, some people might think playing the Roger Wood Here We Go song is bad luck if you do it before they're going to the Super Bowl.
Here we go.
I say no to that because we played it when they won, too.
Here we go.
And he updated it. You got to play it.
Here we go.
Steelers. Here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
To the Steelers, back in the goal.
Here we go.
It's time to Pittsburgh's heart and soul.
Here we go.
The Steeler Nation has the best fans. We are from Pittsburgh, the 6-time Super Bowl champ.
Here we go.
It's Mikey. It's Bob, the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. We want to try to pay your bills. We'll give you that nationwide keyword. You got to just simply enter it on our website, 961kiss.com. You could win $1,000. That is coming up in just a couple minutes here. Bob, it is time to go to the Pittsburgh Police Scanner account and see what is happening in and around our neighborhood. Here we go from the Pittsburgh Police Scanner account. South Side, East Carson Street. Don Corleone called in saying he's conducting a training exercise for private security. He'll be running around with handcuffs in the air. The dispatcher announced this like he'd never heard of Don Corleone private security company before. It was kind of cute. That's just a guy claiming to be Don Corleone. Saying they run a private security firm. And don't be alarmed if somebody's running around with handcuffs on the south side. Also happening in and around our neighborhood, south side, Wharton Street.
South side's hot.
A customer and employee of a business are fighting. They are reportedly throwing shovels at each other.
Oh, a south side shovel match? That would rule. Not even on pay-per-view?
I don't even know what the rules of it would be. I don't know if you're allowed to hit each other with shovels or something, but you tell me, $10 to see a south side shovel match? I'm watching every time.
I'm paying, yeah.
Not paying $20 though. That's too much.
Yeah, $20. You're
$10
right.
for a south side
That's
shovel
a
match.
sweet spot. $10.
Yeah, $10. I'll pay that. Right? I'll pay that. So that is just a couple things happening in and around our beautiful neighborhood from the Pittsburgh Police Scanner account. Nice, right? Mm-hmm. All right, here's your chance to win $1,000. Good luck.
Pay your bills on 96.1 Kiss.
Go to our website right now. You can do it right on your phone if you're not driving. Go to 961kiss.com. Enter the nationwide keyword money, and you could win $1,000. Try to pay your bills. Again, enter the nationwide keyword money at 961kiss.com. Chance at $1,000. Good luck.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
Hi, bowling ball and bowling pin.
I mean, you're not wrong calling us bowling ball and bowling pin.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Stream the Mikey and Bob Podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcast.
It's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show, Mikey and Bob. It is actually going to be warmer today and tomorrow, even though highs are just around 40 degrees because the bottom's going to fall out here. It's going to be really cold very soon. Cloudy and flurries today. Not like it's like nice out or anything now. It's still freezing cold out, but it is actually going to get colder.
It can get worse.
Yeah, it's going to get colder. It is the Kiss Morning Freak Show. Bob, it's National Milk Day today. Celebrate it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's always weird. We do this a lot on the show. We just look up what national or world day it is today. It is National Milk Day because January 11th commemorates the day that many people in the United States believe that the first milk deliveries in glass bottles happened.
Didn't we look up what animals you can milk before? Like, I know you can milk a cow.
I started doing some research into this on all the other animals that we use milk for other than a cow. Like, what other milk do people drink other than a cow's milk? According to the Washington Dairy Products Commission, 9 out of every 10 glasses of milk consumed by people come from cows. It's that one glass of milk, right, that you want to know about. What's the one glass of milk? 9 out of every 10 come from a cow. I have 7 animals you can milk here.
I've heard of goat's milk before.
Goat is on the list. Water buffalo. Water buffalo produce half of the milk consumed in India.
What kind of hero milks a water buffalo?
Sheep. Sheep milk. Sheep milk is used to make French cheeses, this says. That seems insane, right? Who milks a sheep? A yak. In the cold mountains of Tibet, people make yak butter tea. It tastes like a salty, creamy soup that has been whipped to a froth. Oh, God.
Salty, creamy soup.
Who milks a water buffalo, though?
All this sounds awful.
This one seems weird to me. A horse. It says over 700 years ago, Mongolian warriors made a dried-out concentrated paste from horse milk. It says in southeastern Russia, people use horse milk to make a slightly alcoholic drink called kumis. You can milk a horse? I didn't know that. I don't think I ever needed to know that. A camel. In the hot desert, camel milk lasts longer than other types of milk. It can last for 7 days at 86 degrees. Oh, my God. It will last for 3 months when properly refrigerated. 86-degree camel milk. Who's milking the camel? Oh, God. You can also milk a reindeer. A reindeer? It is the only source of milk for Laplanders in northern Scandinavia. It takes 2 people to milk a reindeer. One to do the milking, and the other to hold the reindeer's horns. You need a tag team partner. Somebody found it out the hard way. To milk a reindeer. Somebody at some point in history tried to single-handedly. I mean, who's the first hero to try to milk a reindeer? Santa. Santa wears those white gloves, right? He does. Those are milking gloves. He does. Those are Santa milking gloves. We never knew. But at some point, somebody did try to probably milk a reindeer solo. Somebody at some point then had to convince another human being to help them milk a reindeer. Wow. What an educational show we have. It's unbelievable.
Pay your bills on 96.1 KISS.
KISS Morning Freak Show, Mikey and Bob. Our Mikey and Bob podcast, very popular way for you to listen to the show. If you don't get to listen to all the show live, 6 to 10 a.m., you can get our Mikey and Bob podcast on our free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. All right, let's get to this message.
Hey, Mikey and Bob.
Hey.
It's Nicole from Butler. I love listening to the updated Here We Go Steelers song.
Yeah, it's great. Roger Wood, new version. You got to do it for a playoff run.
But it makes me want a recap or a reminder of when that song was originally made back in the Coach Cowher days. Any way of finding that? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right, Bob found one version on YouTube, and it's kind of it's a version that has highlights over it from like that 94-95 season. 1994 was the first year that Roger Wood and the boys did the Here We Go song, right? Yeah. So we found it online. Again, it's sort of a grainier version with highlights over it, but here we go.
Amorth wanted the touchdown. Look at him. He knows it. He knew I have to get into the end zone.
Pittsburgh's gonna win the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Wait a minute, hold on. Is this a blind spot for me? The original Here We Go song in 1994 didn't say Pittsburgh's gonna Super Bowl. It's Pittsburgh's gonna win the Super Bowl? When we change the lyrics up. All right, we need to talk to Roger Wood. At what point did he stop believing that the Steelers? Right? Now we're just going to the Super Bowl. Just going now. Listen, maybe it was Cowher. Maybe that was it. Maybe the Cowher. Maybe Cowher made him believe. Maybe he was just so high off those car fumes in the mid-90s. He's like, we're going to win the Super Bowl. And now every year he's a little bit, he's more of I guess the expectations have been lowered a little bit during the Cowher and even the Tomlin eras where we would make it to the AFC title game and lose, or we'd make it to the Super Bowl. So now it's just like, hey, let's go to the Super Bowl. We'll figure it out from there. We'll go to the Super Bowl. But it really used to be this, though.
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Wow.
Here the Steelers, back in the goal.
Here we go.
I can't wait for the players.
Down to Pittsburgh, heart and soul.
Here we go.
Our power will get the job done. This is the year we'll get that one for the thumb.
Oh, man. Hey, Roger Wood, we got one for the thumb and the other hand, too.
It's going to happen. I'll do all unfolds.
The 94 version.
Pittsburgh's gonna win the Super Bowl. Here we go.
This is like the day that we ruined the Century 3 Chevrolet jingle for everybody, right?
Neil's a captain, runs a machine.
Oh, Neil, man. Neil's the captain, runs the machine. You know what? Maybe this is why Roger Wood didn't put like Mason Rudolph or anybody in there. Can you imagine hearing song is just Mason Rudolph runs the team.
Here we go. Go to CJ, Mills, and Yancey.
Oh, man. What a wide receiver core.
Here we go. Go to Bam when we need a touchdown. And if you get in his way, he's going to knock you around. Here we go.
Bam Morris reference.
Like you said something to Bam Morris the line of scrimmage, and then he got that second effort. Did you say something? I told Bam we got a foot to go as big and strong as you are. Get your ass in the end zone.
Pittsburgh's gonna win the Super Bowl. Here we go.
I feel weird about that, actually. I didn't know it was different.
Gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't know. Just a blind spot there. Just like, I don't know. 1994, the original version is Pittsburgh's going to win the Super Bowl, not just go to the Super Bowl. Roger Wood, man, come on. You gotta believe.
Make me believe,
Roger
Roger
Wood.
Wood.
The OG lyrics. Make me believe that it's Stairway to 7 and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Not just. It's fine. Roger Wood, thanks for doing a new version for us.
96.1 Kiss.
The Mikey and Bob Podcast.
Mikey and Bob, it's the 96.1 Kiss Morning Freak Show. Your oddly shaped buddies. Hey, how about a little bit of Let's Go Pens, man? Pens are going to be at home tonight against Vancouver. Also, we got 12 more chances throughout the day for you to try to win $1,000, try to pay some of your bills. Your next chance coming up about 10 minutes at the start of the Ryan Seacrest show here. Another chance for you to win $1,000. Try to pay your bills. Of course, it's all about them Steelers. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to get a hold of Nate the Crazy Italian guy so we make sure that he gets us into super wild card weekend. The Steelers going up to Buffalo. I want Nate the Crazy Italian guy unhinged, getting us hyped for the Steelers tomorrow on the show. I just feel like that's what we need on the show tomorrow.
Unleash them.
So hopefully we can get that done. Mason Rudolph, of course, is going to be the Steelers quarterback going into Buffalo. Just keep watching this Buffalo weather forecast over the next few days, though, because it is not looking great at all right now. Like, could the NFL move this game?
Crazy high winds.
Like to maybe a later time?
Because some decent snow it's looking like now.
Yeah, I don't know. Is the NFL going to keep this game where it's at Sunday 1 p.m. right now? Or they've done that before, though. Remember when the Bills had to play a game in Detroit? Because of really
you're
bad
right.
snow and everything?
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll see, but the weather is supposed to be just awful in Buffalo with just 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. Mason Rudolph was asked if he is ready for the cold and the wind and the wet in Buffalo.
Yeah, I think each and every rep in a wet condition like it was today, cold, wet, it just hardens you for the game conditions.
Yep.
But like I said, we've had plenty of those. I've had plenty of those, in the last 6 years of being in this cold town.
This cold town. It's you know what? Mason Rudolph stays wet. Him saying at the end there, just like, I've had some experience, and then you can hear almost the pain in his voice.
It sounds like a guy who's been through some stuff.
Yeah, he's seen some stuff here.
In this cold town.
It's like a narrator telling a sad, scary story.
Yeah. This cold town. And they tried to survive for 3 nights outside in this cold town. Hey, Mason Rudolph has seen some things. He has, man. Yeah, beat with his own helmet on the field. Yeah. Not many players in the NFL that can say that. Dude, remember when he got hit and they had to take his face mask off and everything?
Yeah.
Like Mason Rudolph.
Been through it. My guy's been through it.
It is time for Mason Rudolph to have a playoff moment, because the only 2 moments that we really, have a Mason Rudolph are these moments that are not that good football related.
The lasting memories.
It's time for Mason Rudolph to have a moment. He's ready for the cold and wet. He's hardened and ready for the condition. So we got a hot Rudolph and a hard Rudolph going into Buffalo trying to take out the Bills. As far as we know, the game is still on for Sunday at 1. But again, these weather conditions are definitely... Man, Aren't the Steelers built for bad weather now?
Yes.
Running game, defense that can make turnovers. Oh, man.
Nasty as possible. Make it nasty.
I want TJ Watt out there, though, man. He'd be so fun to have out there just stripping the ball.
Had to play the Ravens in that slop last week.
Oh, man. It's right.
They're ready. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Hot, hard Rudolph.
What do you want to name the podcast today?
Uncle Underwear.
Just Uncle Underwear?
Uncle Underwear.
Uncle Underwear came from this message earlier.
All diehard Steeler fans have special gear for the playoffs down to the underwear. And when they win, guess what you're wearing next week? The same damn thing. Don't let your uncles find out you ain't got it on.
All right, I didn't know there was Uncle Underwear checks for the Steelers when they're in the playoffs, but if you have Lucky Underwear, make sure your uncle knows that you're wearing the Lucky Underwear. Uncle Underwear, the name of the podcast today. Get caught up with the Mikey and Bob Podcast on the free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. Your chance to win $1,000 in 10 minutes as